Oh my God, I opened one of the biggest trades of my life. It's ripping right now. I can't even think of, oh my God, it's ripping. Oh my God, oh my God. So I just opened this trade up for $400,000 and it's up $4,000. I went to put my tie on. I came back. I was up $4,000. I can't believe it. This happened in 2 seconds. Like, I'm just freaking out. I don't know what to do. I want to stay in the trade. It could be one of the biggest gains ever made. But man, I never dealt with size. You know what I mean? This is like serious size for me. $400,000, $500,000 trades. This is big size. I'm taking this, man. I'm going to take this win in front of the world. I'm so excited. It looks like it's going to continue to pump, though. I think I found the perfect moment. I don't know what to do here, folks. I'm so stuck inside. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames. You're the guy that's supposed to know, Sam. You're supposed to know what to do, Sam. Oh my God, I called it. We crossed the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame, and bam, we were up to the upside. That's an unsustainable pump, I feel like. How we looking at the 5 minute? Oh yeah, we're way away from the 21. Take your money, Sam. Take your money. Make that $4,000, baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is how you make $4,000 while you put a tie on, dude. I made this money while I was putting my tie on. Like, this is insanity. Go to 4, baby. Go to 4. Go to 4. Let's get the clean 4. Let's get the clean 4. Let's get this music back up and pumping. I just can't even, I don't care. I don't give a damn. Let's get the $4,000. We got the clean $4,000, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on now. Now I'm taking my 4,000. I'm taking 4,000. I got this. Woo! High on life right now. Banging on them to the upside. You make 4 racks a day. You're going to be buying a rollie next week. Bang. We took it. Oh, there's still a small amount in there. Close it all, man. Close it all. Still looked like only 3,500. You saw that? 27 on the realized. Dang. Woo! Yo, I put that trade on when I went to go put my tie on. Get it ripped, get it ripped, get it ripped, gotta fly on. Big jets, big jets, big jets, gotta go when I'm the guy on TV. You see me, we got a rip and now I'm fly on. I'm messing with you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm high on life right now. Just made a ripping of a trade. And this account just continues to fly. I'm taking it to the upside. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Just hit this reversal to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. And there was just that little signal there calling my name. And we took the pump to the upside, took the shorts for a quick ride, didn't we? And bang, bang, bang. I gave this trade to the trading group. Let me just point it out. Literally went to go put my tie on. I said I just took a long-term swing long. It was a long-term swing long. I'm supposed to hold these and make like 40 grand, but I'm not able to. I'm just not able to yet. When I'm up there with size and I realize we could come right back down. See, I'm a day leverage trader. I leverage day trade. You know what I mean? So that's it. I want to make, between 500 and $5,000 a day. You know what I mean? That's kind of my, some days I lose. Some days I win big. Today I win big. Now the next few days I only have to risk like 300 to make 1,000 or, 500 to make 1,500. You see what I'm saying? If 3 days straight I lose $500 for the next 3 days, I'm fine. And then if I hit 2 of them 2 days later for another $3,000, that's how I keep the account running. You got to know what you're doing. You got to have a system. You got to have a flow. I got a flow. I got a system. I'm in it to win it. You see me doing this every single day, suited up and booted up. Ready to rock, man. I don't stop. I probably would have made more money had I just stayed inside the trade. I had a great entry, but I'm not ready for size. As you can see, a $500,000 trade to me. I don't know how CryptoFace does 5 million. Maybe he's probably just got so much more than me that if he loses it, my net worth maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to say, but his must be 5 times mine or 10 times mine. Who knows though? I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter to me. But the thing is, he's banging on it right now too, man. Both were in a huge long to the upside. That could have told you something. Like the CryptoFace and Crypto Life are both in a long. And look at all the liquidity up here on BookMap telling us they're about to rip these shorts a new one. This could go all the way to $115,000 for Bitcoin, right? This could continue to rip. And I already made an earlier trade today off this flag here. I took it for 380, but I was grateful for my 380. So more came. See, because I was grateful for the smaller trade, I got a bigger one later on. I always talk about gratitude. $110,000 BTC. Shorts getting absolutely ripped to the upside. Unbelievable. This is insanity. Shout out to all the lifers and everybody out here. If you missed this stream, you are missing out on massive, massive knowledge and great education. You are going to regret it, man. You're going to come back like, damn, how'd I miss the lifer stream? Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Oh my God, for a second, I thought I wasn't live like yesterday, and I was about to have a hissy fit. I was about to flip out. I was like, I got to make a mental note. 110,200 continuing to pump to the upside. Where are the lifers? We should have 1,800 people here flocking to the stream. Like, you can't just come in late and think you're going to get all the knowledge. I hit all the time. I'm teaching you all the time. I beg people, man, come here and spend the whole time on the stream. You're missing out on massive gains and massive information. Boom, boom, boom. So we're going to break down the top-down analysis, which I still haven't done yet today. All right, I played the short-term game there and made some gains. We used the education we received from Sam and Master Friend to make gains, uptrend or downtrend. Join the 99 and take their classes. Get the education you deserve. Yep. Please tell me there's light at the end of the ETH tunnel. I believe there is. I have an ETH trade, actually, that looks bullish. The Muck Bear comes through. Funny, the Muck Bear asking about bullish ETH. I never thought I'd see the day. Shout out to Mr. Muck. Thank you for being here. God bless everybody. Let's get those likes up to the watchers, everybody. Let's get it pushing. I opened up to a $400,000 trade on MEXC. Come on now. My heart was racing. It was insanity. As we started the stream, we were pumping. How many times do I show up and we start to pump? Unbelievable, right? It's like Sammy and the pump. We go together like peanut butter and jelly, baby. Unbelievable. You weren't live yesterday and you thought you were. That's hilarious. Sorry for the caps. Yes, I was for like 5 minutes. I was live other places, but not on YouTube. It was weird. Like, Restream wasn't sending the feed. We don't know why. Anyway, 112,000 looks likely now. That's big red. The closest red now is 117, 118,000. See, BOOKMAP likes to go to the closest red area. That's what it does. The biggest red now is up here at 115,000. And that means there's so many shorts that are about to get rocked and wrecked. I love James Wynn, good dude. He's short right now, heavy short, and he's public about it. And he claims to say it's definitely going to 94. I don't do that. I don't know what's going to happen, James. I'm open-minded. I just say I don't know every day, James. I have no clue what's going to happen. You know, I make five grand a day. I don't know what's going to happen, though. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't, and I would have made more. I tend to sell early because I sell into green. I sell into green pumps. Damn, I would have been making money had I let that trade cook. That thing would have just kept cooking and cooking. I got to learn to trade with size. That's the one thing James, I guess, did. I mean, he did. Anyway, I won't talk about anyone else but myself, but God bless him. James has been nice to me. I just want to make it. He's been doing a lot of spaces lately, and he's been hooking me up, retweeting me, and hasn't been jealous. Not the word jealous, hasn't been like, he's been hooking me up even though he's well known. That's all I'm saying. He hasn't been he's been super humble. That's the word I'm looking for. There's another word I'm looking for, but he's been genuine with his, with his time. Anyway, and let's say, yeah, and hasn't been jealous. Some people are jealous of me for some reason. I don't know why, So we're looking for our next flag to touch the 21-day moving average. Price doesn't usually just keep going up, even though today it is. Big move to the upside. Shout out to anyone that took the long with the lifer. We banged on him. Unbelievable trade, man. Still can't believe it. Lindsay gets the biggest hug. Shout out to Lindsay Linz. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to the crypto people in the game. And what's going on? Where's 964? Where is everybody on the live? Where are my lifers at? I gave you guys a banging long. Oh, yeah, look, I realize it's not posted where it's... But they know I'm live every day. Like, if you didn't come to the live, you're missing insanity right now. We're about to, like, load up. Like, altcoins are... I'm telling you right now, there's something brewing right now. And this could have been that... As I said the other day, that could have been your low. So, anyway, I'm looking to get into another trade. See if there's some money to be had out here. That was an I can't believe we got the move. I went, it's not every day you go as hard as heck as humanly possible, and the price action gives you exactly what you're looking for, right? I mean, that just doesn't happen all the time like that. That was insane. I got a trade I'm going to give you later on in the stream that I believe is very likely going to pump. I'm in it now with a pretty big position. And I'll tell you what that trade is later on in the day if you stick around throughout the live. All right. I'm not going to tell you when, though. So, hey, you'll have to be around to find out. Wow. Ended up only taking $3,500 out of the trade, but still, unbelievable move. With size, 416,000 closing quantity in the trade. Unreal. And it was, let's see here. And you can always do the math. You know that, right? You could figure out what someone was trading, what size they were trading with, right? And look, you only had to be in for $1,000 to make $3,600. So how do you make $3,600 off a $1,000 Bitcoin move? How do you do it? Right? I used 33x levy. Okay, I made 27%, and I made 34.73. So, right, that's a third, right? About a third. So you could say I had 9 G's in there. Okay, 35 times about 10.5. Right, probably about 10,000 times 33. So it had to been a little bigger because it was a $400,000 trade. So it was like 11,500. Even more, I guess it was at 12,500, yeah. So I used about 13 grand at 33x lev to make that money. I made $3,400 in, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, right? And you can see my P&L just flawless. 2 losses out of multiple wins. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades, 2 losses. The losses encompass a $900 loss and a $1,400 loss, which is $2,500. The wins are 35, 4, 5, 5. You can already see that the first set of wins takes up 5 grand, 500. Another 8 is 6 grand. Another 6 is 7, and there is 8, 5, 7, 15. You're talking about 20 grand in wins, 21 grand in wins about, and $2,400 in losses. And I won 2. I lost 2 trades. I won 9. I mean, I'm 9 for 2, banging on them. This is how you grow accounts. This is how you stay strong. This is how you focus. You stay disciplined. There's no Photoshop going on here. Actually, I was in the way again. I can't stand when I do that. But look, there's no Photoshop going on here. This is the P&L, right? This is the position history. I'm not skipping anything. This is what I've been doing for, and I go back, just like 2 weeks, but bang, bang, bang. All right? It takes serious discipline to do that. I wasn't over trading. I was taking the trades that mattered. I was paying myself when I was up, and I was staying disciplined. That's not easy to do. 95% of traders cannot show a P&L like that. Okay? Remember that. Maybe even 99. Never mind traders that trade online. All right? So, and how did I do it? I did what I teach you. The 21-day moving average. Look, I tell you to buy when one candle crosses the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. Put a stop loss on the other side. This stuff is simple stuff. I go over this all the time. I talk about it day in and day out till I'm blue in the face. And it doesn't stop. Okay? This is what we do every single day. It doesn't stop. Banging to the upside. All right, so let's break down Bitcoin and do our top-down analysis. I haven't done it yet today, so we got to do it. I got to get into brass tacks. I am looking for the next scalp trade here. Looking pretty nice. If you want to sign up to where I traded MEXC, some of the lowest fees in the game. If you jump on in today, Weeks also has some of the great fees there too, and a good system. I love Weeks. Depending on where you would like to trade, we've got it all. BitTinex, good for fast scalping. KCAX for very little fees at all. And then BTC if you want to get into anything other than Bitcoin. Like you want to trade Tech 100, you want to trade, let's just say you want to trade Tesla, you want to trade gold, you want to trade the NASDAQ. Let's look at the NASDAQ today. NASDAQ took a beat down while Bitcoin took a pump up. Interesting, huh? Crazy. In the last minute, they both took a dump. So they pumped together, though. They actually both pumped up and then actually both retraced. Bitcoin just had a bigger move to the upside. All right. But what a beautiful day it is today, man. I'm going to rejoice today. I don't have to trade again. I'm not going to touch another trade. $3,500 a day, and I already took 380, so $3,800 today. I'm super happy with that. Like, that's awesome. The bot's getting closer to its positional strength to get out. The bot bought the bottom right there at 103. I can't wait for it to capitalize on that bottom buy. Show you guys how this bot works. I have a link to the bot. It's the MINOTAUR trading bot. If you want to jump on in, it'll blow your mind. Okay? We have links to it. It's right here. I'll send it out to the chat. If I have the chat up, I didn't have the chat up yet. Let me get the chat out. We got super chats coming in. We got energy. We got people. We got you, baby. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Yeah. Stream's over, guy. I don't know. Well, what happened to the stream? All right. Sorry about that. I had a spot buy at 104,200. The price skipped my spot. You got to just get in, man. Yeah, you can't have spot buys like that. You just got to buy Bitcoin when the price, when this is, actually, you got to do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. But fear and greed, man, when that's hit 23, you don't set limit orders. You don't play around. You go for gusto. Like, that's when you're fight. Basically, you've been battling someone. Look at this. Trading is very similar to this. And I'm going to be honest. For me, and it may not be this for you, but for me. So if we're here on the even Steven area here, right? Say this is trading. Okay. And let's say trading is like a battle, like in war, and or it's a one-on-one combat. You're one-on-one combat, right? And you're trying to win, like short or long. You're trying to win, right? They're trying to cut you and liquidate you, bleed you out. You're trying to liquidate them and bleed them out, right? And you're both going at each other, right? When the fear gets down to 23, your opponent has fallen down, his sword is gone, and you have one chance to slice the throat, and like that's it. And if you basically hesitate for 1 second, like he can grab back, and then you're back in the battle again. But you have that moment right there to strike, and that's what I look at when the fear is anywhere near 20. That's my moment to strike. That's my time to take advantage. That's my time to go at it. If you're just jumping on in, we just took $3,500 off a trade. Bitcoin pumped majestically to the upside. It was beautiful. I sold it in front of everyone because that's what I do. I take profits and I pay the trader. I've been learning that, right? I learned the hard way over time. Remember, an expert is simply someone that just made every mistake in a narrow field. Niels Bohr will tell you that. The famous physicist came up with that. And I mean, that looks like dang near Hikinashi. Look, the candles look like Hikinashi, all green. It's insane, right? Just all green. It happens when we cross a 200 moving average. I don't know why. The bots are programmed. I figured out how the bots are analytically programmed to take your money, and I can teach you how to trade around it. I could teach you how to trade around whatever system they've used to manipulate you. I can show you the way. No, people think there's no way I could be this accurate. I lost my trade yesterday on the stream, wasn't it? Or, I think I lost yesterday on stream. Or was it the day before? Someone on Twitter the other day said, do you ever lose? And I was like, yeah, I lost on stream just last week. I just get lucky all the time. But I don't think luck exists. I think you just prepare and I just show up. And then I told them, I said, I show up every day, man. So it looks like I win all the time. I'm just so consistent that if I won 70% of the time, it would look like I win all the time. And I just showed you I win 9 out of my 11 trades. Yes, I took 2 losses for $2,000, but I kept it moving. I mean, that's an impeccable P&L. I want to actually frame that. That's one of my best P&Ls of my life. That thing is beautiful, right? And I wish I could continue to do so over and over and over again. I've had better. I've had 22 straight before. Okay? So, you have a team on weeks for the event. You can't be a winner if you don't lose. I like that. Sam is the bot, JJ, and sometimes better than the bots. It's crazy. I outtrade my own bot many times. All the time. I make more money than the bot, for sure. Over time. I don't know. The bot over time just continues to crush it, though. We'll see. Give it 5 years. We'll see where the bot ends up. Bot's done really, really well. Would you enter Tau Long now? Yes, I would. And I have a setup on it. But that said, I don't know. You got to do whatever makes you happy. Because I would do something that doesn't mean you should be doing something. All right, never do what you see somebody do on Twitter, YouTube, right? Have your own idea, your own thoughts. But yeah, I put out a call for Tau back here, actually down here when it was at 317. And I put out the call again here. I said, look, it's consolidating nicely. It's looking like, you know, there's no bearishness there at all in that chart. That's just straight sideways price action, getting ready. That's consolidation. That's when something's loading up for something big to happen. I own this coin. I have a nice big bag of it. I see no reason to get rid of it. I've never sold it, even in the dips. Never even thought about doing it. Never even crossed my mind. Yeah, it's a solid project that's on its way to $1,000 in my humble opinion. And I'm convinced, unconvinced me. I'm convicted that that thing's on the way, right? Target price is $11.39, as you can see clearly right there. I think, isn't that all obvious? My TA says exactly what I'm saying. And right now I'm doing a 3-day water fast, folks. I am drinking lemon water with a little bit of salt. That's the only thing I'm consuming. I had 2 glasses of this yesterday. That was it. I don't know. I haven't been hungry. I've been fine. I've had a few hunger pains. No headaches, though. And I'm almost halfway through my 3-day fast now, right? And yeah, just a 3-day water fast, resetting the body, clearing the mind, letting the blood-brain barrier really clean out the toxins, resetting my entire body. I do this once a year, if I can, twice a year, now maybe every 6 months. And people say, aren't you hungry? Aren't you going to pass out? Aren't you going to faint? No. You actually get clarity. You get extra energy. It's insane what happens to you, right? Like you get I energize on another. Look, I just hit big trades. Is it because I was fasting? I had a beautiful night's sleep. The fasting's really reset me. You know, I drove to school today and I was like, damn, I made a trade for 380 and then the price dumped. And I was driving to drop my daughter off at school and I was like, man, what a day. It looks kind of rough. Bitcoin looks bearish. James Wynn's bearish. Everybody's bearish. You know, I was in my head a little bit. And then in my mind, I said, man, you know what, Sam? Stay open-minded. God has plans that you don't have. Just be open-minded for the beauty that's coming. And I said, you're right. I said, man, remember the days you thought your stream was going to be garbage and you hit big? I said, man, you might make one of the biggest trades of your life today on stream, right? I said, you never know. And there was a little corner of my mind. I said, unlikely. And then I said, no, don't say that. I said, you never know, Sam. You might make one of the biggest streams of your life, the biggest trades of your life today. And boom, man, it ended up being one of the nicest, biggest, most impressive trades I've made, and it was awesome. So we're closing in, man, and we're banging on them. Shout out to Orhan, shout out to P. Vincenzo, shout out to everybody here on the live. Yes, I'd like Tau to answer your question. All right, Notcoin doesn't look amazing, I'll tell you that, but it is at the bottom of the bottom. 109,850, beautiful sell for Sammy. And again, the 200 moving average on the daily is oh so important. If we don't go below this, we are going to bounce from it so nicely. And I told you, entries, just put it, entering with the stop loss below the 200. I got to blindly do it somewhere and just let it cook. And there's a chance that you just, you let that thing run for till whenever. I hope some people are still in the trade. There's some people that go with smaller size. They'll make bigger money over time. And just look how active. If you join the Discord for $99 a month at CryptoLifer.com, we are just so active in the group all the time. Like last night, I said, look, that's whack. It looks like a head and shoulder pattern. It looks like we're cooked. And it looks like the 4 hour is going to dump somewhere down, either sideways or straight down to the white line, the 200, the 21. See, 4 hour to the 21 now likely. Okay, and then what happens is you see Bitcoin dumps, and the 4 hour dumped right to the 21 moving average, exactly as we talked about. 4 hour hit the 21. The 15-minute did lose the 200. I gave a video update explaining to short if the 15-minute lost the 200 moving average. It's exactly what happened. We got the dump. Gains to anyone who took the short. Okay. Then this morning I wake up, the first thing as I see is the model. Flag, touch of the 21, above the 200. Execution style. I go at it. We bang it to the upside. I was driving my daughter to school, so it came back down. I got an extra little pump. I had moved my stop loss up right there. Took about, $400 with $20 in fees on weeks. All right. It was my first trade of the day. At one point, it was up 617, as you can see. All right. Ended up closing for 380, however it turned out. And then I ended up hitting the bigger trade, right? Which I guess I gave in the altcoin section accidentally, which I'm sorry. But I put an at everyone so it alerts you. I just took a long-term swing on the daily. right? Bang. And I guess you got to know that's definitely BTC. I'm giving you 105.94. And this trade could go all the way to 124K. I really believe this may be the winner that never stops. You may be able to get into a beautiful trade here. So, oops, sorry. Flashing bags. That's only for my group on Thursday nights. Reserved for the loyal. The 1 hour bounces back to the 200 moving average. Look at that. Strong. Comes back down, but stays pretty close to being near or on the 200. The 15-minute, well, back above the 200 again. So here's my thing. Like, I don't trade again today until the 15-minute flags out above the 200 with the 21 touching. Looks like this will take 2 to 3 hours. So we got our initial move for the day. That was our initial morning move. We got it. Like, there's always a morning move, right? They either go get the longs or they go get the shorts. Today they got the shorts. We got paid. Okay. Now I would wait for the 15-minute to touch the 21 above the 200. I don't have to touch a trade until then. Wow, making big gains also adds patience. Like, I'm patient now today. It's like a wolf that ate a bunch of food. I don't need to go hunt right now. I just ate so much. I just took a bite out of the market, right? $4,000 a day is going to keep the doctor away. I'll tell you that right now. Some people want more. Some people think it's not enough. I don't know. For me, blessed. A middle-class kid that grew up with his dad as an iron worker. My mom was a school teacher in the Boston public schools. Both my parents were union. I will take $4,000 a day any day of the week, man. It's not the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. God bless you, brother. Anyway, let's take a look at BTC, USDT, and show what's happening. Well, Bitcoin back to 110,000. And this higher low was strong. It was a Sammy cup and handy too as well, if you see. It's a cup and handle here. And this is another reason they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. And this is like, other people just can't see what our group sees. You know, when people get absolutely liquidated listening to other people, they'll come and take the class, right? I teach class here the last Saturday of every month. If you want to learn what I know, if you want to gain what I gain, if you want to see how I see it, then you got to learn with me. And you got to sit down in a closed environment for 3.5 hours from 9 to 12:30 on a Saturday morning. That's my time. And you got to take the class. Stop playing games with your life. It's $150. People pay $300 for 1 hour with me. That's $150 for 3.5 hours. And I'm going to give you so much of my time. I'm such a nice person. I've had a good life. Things have went my way. I have no reason but to give you as much knowledge and value as I can. I have no reason but to be nice to you. Okay, I had a good mother. She was very loving to me. I know how to love people. My dad told me he loved me every day, you know. He was tough. There was some ups and downs with him, but again, I'm happy. He had to get me ready for the world. You know, that's what a dad does. A mother keeps you pure. A dad gets you ready for the world, man. That's his job. His job isn't to be nice to you. His job is to make you tough so the world doesn't eat you alive. You know what I mean? And if you can look back and say, my dad did that for me, then you love your dad. You know, I'm a little, I try to be a little more of a friend, but again, you don't want to be your friends to your kids too much. You want to be a dad and a mom. Like, you got to be strong. You got to be the voice of reason when they don't listen. You got to be someone to stand strong when they don't see what's right or wrong, right? So anyway, 15-minute, wait for that to make a flag, 21 touching. I wouldn't touch Bitcoin until then. I like where we're sitting here at 110,000 for BTC. I'm going to delete everything. We're going to do our top-down analysis like we do every single day. But that was the Bitcoin move. Shout out to anyone that took advantage of it on the morning. Unbelievable time to be alive. Should have seen my face when I saw that, right? Again, my biggest Twitter post in a long, long time. Let's talk about it. It's this double bottom I put out. It's trending now at 44,000 views and continuing to go up. People, for whatever reason, this really got a lot of people. The Bitcoin bears, no one put this out. I think I'm the only technical analyst that put out this double bottom. Everyone else called it a double top. Everyone else called it this and that. But I mean, a double bottom's a double bottom. Clearly, right? And I said, imagine the bears will be completely screwed if this double bottom pumps to $140,000 target. Okay, and I wasn't, you know, I'm not trying to be, you know, look, 1,000 likes dang near, 105 retweets, 44,000 views. This thing is ripping. Why is that ripping? The question is why. And there's psychology behind tweets, right? Why did that tweet hit so much harder than almost every tweet I ever wrote? Number one, I wrote the word bear in it. I usually don't do that. It's very rare for me to write the word bear. I always say, hey, this is up. Here's my post, right? I might say bearish or bullish. But interesting, I wrote bear. And it got, like, it's just interesting, right? Keywords there. Or just was it the frenzy at the time? You know, it was the right trade or it was the right look at the right moment. Anyway, let's break down our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. But that bugged me out. And shout out to everyone that supports me, follows me on Twitter, on our way to 40,000 followers and continuing. God bless everybody here on stream. Thank you for jumping on in. And we're showing you how we didn't get liquidated in that crazy crash. I didn't even have any positions open. I lost, you know, a bunch of, you know, unrealized gains in altcoins and Bitcoin, but for the most part, I was solvent. No problems. So here's something also that nobody will tell you. I'm the king of broken patterns. What is a broken pattern? It's when a pattern actually breaks. It looks a certain way, but it breaks, right? And you can see this is kind of a tight flag here. We broke out of it. We broke back inside. We went low. We went back in. That can be considered a bull flag. Specifically being near the 21 on the weekly and getting closer to oversold, we could get ourselves a bit of a bounce here. You could take this wick to this wick and draw Fibonacci. Let me show you something quite interesting. I see a 786. And right there, we wicked to the 786 just there yesterday, which isn't that the money printer that you're learning from Master Friend? Isn't that what he teaches you every day on the NASDAQ? That's how you attempt to trade Bitcoin. Small time frame to big time frame, inner to outer, smaller to micro, macro. Understand the meta behind that, okay? Use the smaller time frames to trade bigger ones. Use the bigger ones to trade smaller ones. Shrink it, see it, expand it, accordion, okay? It's a microscope. We're going into the 1 minute. We're zooming out to the daily across multiple time frames. We got to see what's happening. The best traders out there, in my humble opinion, are using multiple time frames across, you know, and they're spanning their trades across multiple time frames. I check the daily, the weekly, the monthly. Heck, I check it all. So right there, that's an interesting concept. We bounce off a 786, even an 886 fib from here to there. And if Bitcoin isn't a super cycle, it's going to make what are called local fibs. And it's going to respect them more and more. Also, this is a head and shoulder pattern. If you don't dump a head and shoulder, it's a very bullish sign. When you have extremely bearish patterns that can't seem to fulfill their end game, it's a bullish sign too as well. So I'm blowing a little bit of smokium. I'm blowing that hopium. I'm blowing that smoke, that hopium up, you know. But that smokium hopium. Smoking that hopium. But here's the deal. You know, resistance with the wick. Resistance, bounce. I mean, this is such a key level. Look at it. And, you know, the bears have to break through a very tough support zone. It's not just going to crack so easily here. 110,000 is seeming to hold pretty strong for BTC. Weekly coming back to oversold, showing signs of what I call a double bottom. For me, that's a 1, 2. Boom, 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 right? This would be the neckline. That means you would basically draw from here to there. That says 137, and then if you go to the tip there, it's $142,000 BTC. This is what got the market wilding out. This is what got X freaking out. For whatever reason, right? A lot of people started saying, hey, what is this? Interesting. So let's forward to the 5-day chart. That's getting a tweezer bottom. That's how it starts. I'm not saying we're out the water yet. Another thing, broken patterns. It's a falling wedge. It just faked out, came back inside. Falling wedges still break up 68% of the time. Let's get that bounce back to the upside, eh? The 3-day chart, a tweezer bottom, showing love again, 110,186 Bitcoin. Not backing down. The daily is strong. The daily could just rip and crush everything else today. It could be just a daily candle move, right? And remember, I started calling the bottom down there, right in this one of these candles here. We had the cup and handle that I've talked about, and I've been going over it every day now. And I've talked about the 200 moving average on the daily. Even James Wynn put out a tweet, let me show you, the other day, and he said, 110 has to hold, and I said it's not about 110. I said it's about the daily 200 moving average. Like, people don't realize it's not about numbers, it's about the moving averages. But I digress. I know so much that I could never convey to the world. I've sat by myself in these charts and I've learned so much. All I can do is take pieces of what I know and teach you. But if I even tried to attempt to tell you everything, you'd think I was a pompous brainiac, know-it-all. From the years and years that I put in doing this. Look, 110.5, this thing is, look, the daily just flipped green as we talked about. Now I'm like, dang, look at this candle that just pumped. Wow, wow, wow. I would have been up huge had I stayed in. Look, had I just not gotten stopped out there, again, it was what it was. You got to be grateful for what you do have so you can gain more. If you're always in the woulda, shoulda, coulda stage, what it does is it translates to being ungrateful. That's just what it is. We got to remain grateful at all times. I'm grateful, dear Lord. Thank you for this moment I have with everybody on the group. Thank you for the ability to be alive and breathe every day. Thank you for my 3 children and my wife. Thank you for all the people that have come to me as students to learn. They've gone to cryptolifer.com and they've come to me and they've written me beautiful testimonials. Dear Lord, thank you for the business in which you've enriched me with. Thank you for the time in which you've given me to give it all. And thank you for everything that you've given me in this life. I'm so blessed. I will profess God's love every single day. God has saved me from despair and pain. Jesus too, finding the way. And I've pushed myself through it all. And God was there. God was always there. Look at this thing continuing to rip. Oh my gosh. Look, the 1 minute just busting out this flag to the upside, which is unsustainable. Like, at one point, it's going to have to come back down, but dang. What a nice pump to the upside, crossing the 200 and just getting lit. Lit. Wow. Beautiful move for Bitcoin. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't short the market. I look for my strategies in my model and I just play what I play, because I nail what I nail when I get my mind right. God bless you, Sam, and all the lifers. God bless you too, my friend. Bang, bang, bang. Who's buying Bitcoin? What a nice day to be alive. You're the best, Sammy. Sending you and your family love and good vibes from Brazil. Look at Aster. Do you know, pump it up? You got to, yeah, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Mastermind's like, you stop yourself out. It makes me sad. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. It is ripping, though. I will tell you that. I would have been up like 8 or 9 grand by now. I agree. Probably maybe even 10 grand. Who knows? But, money comes and goes. It's more about strategy and price action. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. We all blessed, man. The thing is, that the sad thing about you, Mastermind, is you're focused on what happened in the past already and not focused on the future, man. It's time to move on, brother. It happened already. Get your mind off of it and keep moving. And it didn't even happen to you. Fed Crypto Conference live, pumping the market. I know, right? Okay, so wow, Bitcoin looks like it's going to continue to rip here. This thing's headed to 112,000. I mean, something's brewing. This is a massive short squeeze to the upside. And I mean, we could see it. BOOKMAP did show us all that red up there. Look at it. It's just waiting. It's a sea of red for us to eat up. All the way to 118K. There's even a big red line there at 126,000. So our new all-time high has already been kind of like, 26.5, 127 there. I keep saying Colonel Downrange. Yeah. Well, one thing I want to talk about too is, what you just said. So let's look at Bitcoin here on the weekly. That could bounce. The daily making a double bottom and showing sign. And again, just being above the 200. I talk about when you cross a 200 moving average. The 1 minute, the 5 minute, the daily, it doesn't matter. Such a strong signal. And people don't realize how strong of a signal it is. It's just like you could take it blind. Look, 11,100. This thing is out of control. Or just no, 11,000 even. Looks like 100, but this thing is out of control. Like, dang. Like how, and there's my model too. The touching the 21 above the 200 on the 1 minute time frame. It tells you you're likely going to pump. That tells you to get in right there. Bang. Sam, yeah, might be a double top of the 2 hour. Might be. Never heard of it though, so not sure. Anyway, excuses are nails used to build a house of failure. 100%. You can keep using them and you can keep having them, but you got to be able to execute. And we bought a boatload of BTC down on the lows too that we're now back in the gains on. Come on, Bitcoin smack that 618, 11,220 here for me. Sam, you taught me a lot this year. Went through massive surgery on my back for the first 5 months and got back into crypto and trading. So happy I did, and you motivated me every day to make a change. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. Keep pushing. Don't give up. No one was going to do it for you, right? Who was going to help you? No one's going to rehab you but you. No one's going to push you the way you push yourself. Just wasn't going to happen. So the daily looking absolutely beautiful. And the pump from the daily coming. It's flattening all the other time frames. The 8 hour with a bullish engulfer on the way to the 200 moving average. The 4 hour on the way to the 200 moving average. Cup and handle. Ripping to the upside. I got to learn to trade with size and hold my trades, right? We are at a resistance now. We're at kind of a... Get rid of that. But you can see we're right at this resistance point. Right back here where we were yesterday, 11,005. It's a point of control. We break through this. What's likely gonna happen is you rip up to the 200 moving average. Again, once you get above the moving average on the 1 hour, and that's gonna be a nice solid close above. Dude, this is not stopping. This is crazy. I have never wished I was still in a trade before. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to do the math. If I go do the math, right? I always have to do the math though. 109.6. Oh my God. So every 1,000 was going to be about 3,500 bucks, 4 grand really. So 8 grand and then another 10.6, another, yeah, it's, dang. It would have been almost into the $12,000, right? Yeah. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's okay. See, what God's teaching me is to be grateful for everything that I do have no matter what. But look at that green mosh pit to the upside. And hey, I gave it to my traders. I just took a long-term swing on the daily. If you took this trade, that green candle turned red and ripped and turned green and ripped. It was like the perfect entry. Like, it couldn't get better than that. Stop below that wick and just, wow. Congratulations to anyone in the trading group. Did anyone take that trade with the education I gave them, figured it out? Is anyone in massive gains right now? Post your gains to the group. Put a 333. Let me know if you made gains. I aim to help people every single day, and that means I want to see those gains. Show me 33333. Show me the 3-3s in there. If you made gains in the group, if the 99 is paying off, write the word the 99 is paying off. Please write it. Write the 99 is paying off. And look at this, 11,600 not stopping. The shorts are getting absolutely squeezed. That's what happens when you buy when the fear and greed is at 23. Things start to really go your way. Look at the size of that candle. Now, that's unsustainable. I will tell you, when you're that far away from the 21-day moving average, it comes crashing down. It really does. Unless this is going to be like one of the most monster candles in the history. Oh, man. I should have just hit my stop below the 200 like I know. At the same time, we were very far away from the 21. To me, it looked unsustainable. This is a very rare occurrence that you get this far away from the 21. This is insane what's happening now. I mean, it's out of control. It's out of control. Even the first trade of the day with a stop below the 200 moving average may have set us straight there. So we tapped 112,000. I mean, and that's like where I said we were likely going to go to 112K. That's where the liquidity was for BOOKMAP. You see how great BOOKMAP is? Link to BOOKMAP in the description. Not using BOOKMAP, you're just a fool. Look, now it says we're going to 114. Like, it's not done yet. This thing is, look at it moving. It's out of control. This is a massive short squeeze. They just squeezed all the shorts like you wouldn't believe. Massive short squeeze. Wow. I mean, I'm amazed. They just absolutely blasted them. shorts got demolished. Like, and again, I'll teach you something. If you're a short trader, turn on your moving averages. You know, the odds of you winning shorts when you're above a 200 moving average are very rare. Like here, like it's just not a good look. It's going to, you know, it's a pretty bad look. So I might have to leave a runner. I know. Live Crypto Country Conference, they're talking about dollarizing the world right now. Big deal, right? Dude, this is getting crazy. People are buying Bitcoin in mass. It looks like maybe the supply shock is coming in. I mean, this is nuts. This is the furthest I've seen the 21 from the price action from a 21 in a long time. Like that pump there was, and then we rolled into it. These have to come back to meet at one point, which tells me, but this is, wow, look how much this is. Oh my gosh, this is killing me, right? If I was still in the trade, rocking it right now, if I just let it cook, my gosh. Yeah, well, it makes sense too. I mean, gold was, everyone knew that gold was just out of control high there, and it was time to sell your gold. Massive Coinbase pair, IBIT volume, yeah. Sol going crazy, yeah. Boomers buying Bitcoin, dump gold at all-time high. Smart move, 100%. To me, though, this is an unsustainable move. It's too far for the 21. Profit-taking, in my humble opinion, should be getting done. Paying the trader in this point, I mean, this would be where I would definitely pay the trader. At the same time, if you got in, as I suggested, with a stop below the daily 200 moving average, there's a chance you ride this to Valhalla. But it may be a long time. Like, it might go like this. Like, we're looking for a head and shoulder, right? That could take time. I could swing trade in and out the whole time. But, wow, this is not stopping. Look, it's about to hit my target, the measured move. Isn't it crazy how measured moves never lie? Like this said, it's going to 112,680, and it looks like it's going to do it no matter what. I can't believe I didn't enter that trade right there. Just flipped it. Opportunities abound, man. And trading can get you, right? I'm happy I caught some of it, right? Everyone's like, you know, if you got from here to there, if you got from there to there, if you got there to there, like, you know, everyone wants every single piece of everything. Don't be greedy. Remind yourself, you know, be proud with what you did do. So the daily just so strong. Look at that, off the 200 moving average. What a monster move. Ate all this liquidity down here, shredded the shorts. What happened to James? What happened to the shorts, man? I love you, brother. Dang, look at this cup and handle here. I just traded out of this. And I like to retweet this again. And I say, I will ask again, did I call the bottom on that cup and handle? Bang for Bitcoin. I'm Canadian, can't lever. Dang, wish I could. Wow. Sound like someone that just, you know, is just going to stick with whatever's given. Anyway, some of the biggest traders that, one of the bigger traders that trades is a Canadian, man. He trades level on live every day. So you should just figure out what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So, and that's three white soldiers, a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. That's a continuation pattern that likes to send you further to the upside. 1 hour well above the 200 moving average. I would be looking for a crash now, back down, or some type of flag. If we're bullish, we'll flag out sideways. If we're bullish but need a pullback, we'll come down here. And if we're bearish, we'll crash all the way down and lose the 200. This looks very, you know, to me, that would be profit taking time. When you're away from the 21 is the best time to take profit. You know, dang, I missed out on a chunk of change there. I missed out on probably $8,000, but it's okay. Exactly. This guy says KKX work for Canadian, so does Weeks, Bitfinex, ASTER. Stop with the excuses and make some money. I like my man, Mac Backs. A rush to gold, dude. Yeah. And let's talk about this. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while. So Bitcoin's gonna start dumping back down to the 21 on the 15 and the 1 hour. with 90% accuracy or going sideways. 90% accurate, that's going to happen. It could pump out of nowhere, but the chances are small. So to me, it's kind of like we can take a rest right now. Bitcoin did amazing. Shout out to anyone that made massive gains. God bless you. And yes, I sold early yet again. One day I'll learn to trade with size. I'm still learning. It was a $450,000, $80,000 position. You know, when I get over 300,000, that's when, you know, I can handle 150 to 300,000. That's kind of, and it took me a while to get up there. You know, I'm still learning to trade with size. I have never told you guys I was the greatest in sliced bread. I'm learning every day. You guys watch me learn. I didn't even start leverage trading until 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 2022 or something. So I'm still a beginner at this all. I'm lucky I'm as far as I am. 100%. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 3-day chart. All right. Let's remove everything and get rid of the moving averages. And I like this. This probably pumped GIGGLE. This got a lot of altcoins to rip. Probably got Solana back into that 200 range. So let me show you something. And then we're going to split screen here. All right. And we're going to go to this place and we're going to go to gold. We're going to do the same thing. Delete the moving averages. Go to the 3-day. We're going to take a look at gold, all right? Look, I got this giant cup and handle on gold that played out. Look at this. I was calling $3,500 gold back on June of 2021. That's when I drew this. That's how long this has been here. You can see it. It's crazy. I drew this a long time ago. I want to delete all the work. All right. So let's take a look at this. Open this up. So if you can see, Bitcoin had a rally right here. And the rally kind of begins, right? It rallies with gold. But you can see as right here, when Bitcoin starts to do damage. Right here. Right there, we'll put a line. That's gold's top. That's when gold tops out. And you can see as gold starts to slumper, Bitcoin goes on a massive tear. Right? Now they kind of bolt, then, you know, then they go somewhat bearish. And then you can see, then they rip together, right? Because that's what happened. It was the stacking. They were stacking gold and Bitcoin. Wow, 112,250. Bitcoin's still going crazy. It's just unsustainably away from the 21 at this point. I just don't know. To me, we're getting into like a very... anyway, we'll get into that in a second. There could be some scalp trades right now. But we keep watching, and you can see like another move where Bitcoin gets pretty big here. See, gold kind of tops out and goes sideways, and Bitcoin goes on a tear. Then gold goes sideways, and Bitcoin rips again. And gold rips, Bitcoin kind of dumps. You see, Bitcoin kind of takes a dump. I mean, it's in a downtrend. And gold's in an uptrend, right? And then now gold comes down again or sideways, and Bitcoin rips. And just likely what's going to happen. I've seen it many times, right? And this is positioned to dump on the 3-day. Bitcoin's positioned to pump on the 3-day. Wow, Bitcoin's out of control. It's out of control. Let's get back into BTC. And, you know, I thought I had a moment to do some, like, it usually does exactly what I'm, you know, pretty sure it's going to do. But dang, it's about to hit that exact target that I posted, which is crazy now. It hit the exact blue line, 12.5. Wow, I would have made another 12 grand. I would have made 16 racks, man. You guys would have seen me come off hard on the stream. I think it would have been the biggest gain on the stream, you know. Dang. It's called a bull run. We busted out today. Yeah, if gold could banana, then we can too. Yeah, 100%. Wow, this is just out of control. And we're headed to 113,000. And we're about to bust right through it to the upside. This is massively insane. Unbelievable. I don't want to get too crazy here, but wow, I'm excited. Bitcoin ripping back to the upside. And again, I called the bottom. I've been long. I bought more Bitcoin down there. Once you get above a 200 moving average, I tell you to stay bullish. I know this to be true. I've back tested it over and over again. I gave you guys the sauce. We went over it time and time again. Still unsustainably away from a 21-day moving average. I've never seen price action just continue to rip away from a 21. Could pull it, I guess, and then it come crashing down over here somewhere. I guess anything is possible. Remember that. All right. And I told you guys, remember that I'm so excited for opportunity. There's so much coming our way. I mean, it's funny. Trading will mess with you. Like, I made almost $4,000 and I'm like depressed. It's weird. Today I should be super excited, but when I see price, I'm like, dang. But you can't get like that because that's low frequency behavior. So I'm not depressed. I'm grateful. And I go back and I say, dear Lord, thank you for the win and what you've given me. Thank you for my ability to teach others to win. And, you know I didn't get it all, but I got a lot. And may I stay grateful and thankful for that, right? And stay humble. We need the 21 to come back to price. Once that does, it looks like we'll continue to rip. The daily looks great. Bigger time frames are starting to flip. The weekly double bottom coming into play. And here we go. And here we go, right? Let's go back to X and troll the bears. Let's troll the bears one more time, right? And just say, what's that funny thing people write? They go, this aged well, right? This age well, Bitcoin bulls are showing strength. This age well, Bitcoin bulls are showing strength, right? I mean, amazing. You're a true inspiration. Thank you. Shout out to Lindsay Lins. God bless you. You're human, not a bot. Profit is profit. On to the next trade. Thank you so much. God bless you and appreciate you. And now, look, the bot is getting closer and closer. Now the bot's at break even. After all the ups and downs the bot's been through, it took the insane dump. It dumped the bottom here, and I can't wait for the bot to take profit like it's going to. Up in this 116 area, when it hits 117.772, it'll sell. It'll sell. Unbelievable. Beautiful little bot, and you can have access to this bot if you go to MINOTAUR Trading. Hit the link to find out more, and they will show you. All right. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being amazing. Hanging out. Wow, Bitcoin just kind of really holding its own right now. I'm amazed. I am amazed. I'm not amazed at the pump. I saw a big pump coming. I'm amazed at how fast the pump came and how much of a pump we got. And now the super chats are coming on in. It's 11:11. Shout out to everybody here. Be a master of your emotions, not a slave to them, 100%. Zcash Sam, can you look at it? Looking good today, superstar. God bless you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Jay Burke in the house. Thank you for being here. God bless all the lifers. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Horrible person right now. See, this is the devil here. See, disgusting person trying to make your own call. This is the devil. This is what the devil does. He uses any chance he gets to put God's name down, right? Remember that. Remember that. Yeah, I just talk about God because God helped me, man. I don't try to... you don't have to believe in God. You don't have to be in my cult. I don't give a dang. I just want to make sure that I tell people my story. My story was my parents died. I felt left alone. I wanted to curse, at my... I was upset. And I stayed strong, and I truly believe God got me through some of the hardest times of my life. So, and again, if I just talked about God and I didn't make gains and show you then it trades 100%. There's a lot of charlatans that talk about God but have no skill in what they sell, and they use God to cover it all. 100%. I see what you're saying, but I made a live trade in front of you. So whether I talked about God or not, I did the do. I made a live trade in front of you. I showed you the timestamped moment that I got into the trade. I gave it to everybody. Stop loss and entry, and that trade plowed to the upside. I don't know what else I can do for you. I'm doing it live in front of you. You want me to dance for you? You want me to put on tap shoes? I don't know what else I can do for you, buddy. All right. But if you focus on the trading, which is what you're here for, and not on hating on me talking about God, then you're going to be able to learn something. So maybe you could learn instead of being focused on the wrong stuff.
And now I know your focus is off. And now you're taking my focus away. So I got to get back to the good people that love me and the good people that are out here. But, you know, focus, man. Put your focus where it's needed to be. You're here at a TA channel and you're writing nonsense. Focus, brother. Like, that's so immature what you did. You know, grow up. Have respect for yourself. Like, everyone here knows you don't respect yourself now. So, like, you know, have some respect for yourself. You know what I mean? You deserve it. Treat yourself better than that. You deserve to treat yourself better than that. All right, so look, we have a beautiful, you know, I mean, Velo's beat down. Velo drone, Aero drone is my thing. Velo drone kind of follows, but I've never been a fan of Velo for some reason. I like the Aero. 34 cents. I mean, it's at the bottom. Either you believe in this or you don't at this point. There's a slight bullish divergence starting to pull in, but it depends, right? Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, I know, right? Shout out to Michael Prime. I love you, man. Hey, if you can't laugh at life, then what, you know, what's the point? I mean, that's beat to the ground. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's got to get back above its previous support zone to be anything. Like, is it a rug almost? It's at 3 cents. I don't know what to tell you, but it looks horrible. I don't know why Aerodrome's in a better place, but Aerodrome is the market maker. Velo just got sold off, man. I don't, to tell you the truth, it looks bearish to me still. I guess you could say it's attempting a double bottom. I just don't like to buy the exact bottom of anything but Bitcoin. Like, you know what I mean? Or maybe ETH. Like, it's got to be a strong, strong coin. I mean, it could go lower. As far as I'm concerned, it's in a bearish mode. It should continue to dump. If it doesn't, look for it to break back above the 4-hour 200. If it does that, then you look for the 21 to catch and you look for the model. The model should set you free. Our creator is real. He's got a name. There's only one name people use. Is there? Yeah. Celebrating a beautiful pump with the best crypto streamer there is. Let's go, everyone. Shout out to Marcellus Wallace. God bless you. Thank you so much. Blessings on blessings to be here with each and every one of you. And we're going to get to those super chats. We got a few more here. We got Zcash and Tibber. And Zcash has been strong, so you know once Bitcoin goes, Zcash is probably going to go. And look, we talked about it bouncing here off the bottom of the channel. It did that. I'd look for it to consolidate. I'd like consolidation here. It may just continue to rip, but consolidation is key. If it can kind of go up and down in the nose of this while Bitcoin kind of finds its way here, and then we're on our way to a bigger move. What's crazy is it just flashed before me how fast things are going to pump. And the alt season's going to come before you know it. It's going to be over. It's going to pump for like 50 days. Like, whoa. They're all going to go higher than you've ever thought possible. And you're not going to believe it. It's going to happen like this. It's going to be pretty crazy. And I know you don't understand, and none of us really do. But I just got a flash of what's going on. And like I saw it in my mind, like as if I had already been there. And I've already been there. It already happened. I've been there before many times. I've been through this time traveling space. I've time traveled I kept telling you guys I've been a time traveler, but no one believes me. But they told me when I told you guys that you wouldn't believe me anyway. So I knew I could tell you the truth. And that's what we all laughed about when I was at the at headquarters before I left. I said, they're never going to believe it anyway. I said, that's what's so funny. We can say it, you know. One day you all are going to understand what happens and how it happens and, you know, the ins and outs of the universe. But right now, you just got to bear with me, you know. But honestly, when you time travel, it's so tiring. Like when I come through, I get sick, nauseous, don't feel well. It takes a month. Like it's kind of like jet lag. I can't explain it, but there's this weird feeling. And I miss the people in my other, but they know what I had to do and why. And so, you know, and maybe one day, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. So, you know. Shout out to everybody. Zcash looking nice up to 560. And if it bounces back down here and gets tight, I mean, that could be absolutely beautiful. So I like what I'm seeing here for Zcash at 284. It's beautiful. I just like to see it come down and be able to snatch it at 240 one time. It may pump up and retest though. If it breaks out, it may retest. Target note nonetheless is 560 and it's bullish. Like Zcash is bullish. Here's the trade that I was going to tell you about. I'm nice enough to talk about it. I'm in it. So I guess I'm posting my bag, but I like it. It's Giggle. And I kept telling you I was going to trade Giggle once Bitcoin got its act together. And Giggle just looks right and tight. And it's been staying so well, just awesome. And even when Bitcoin did a dip, it's got a bit of an Adam and Eve here, and it's getting tight. Now, it could dump at any moment. Anything is possible. But it's got tight moving averages on the high volume node inside the flag. It's just looking really, really good. So I like what I'm seeing here for Giggle, and it's starting to play out. And it's above the 200 moving average there on the 1 hour. Look for it to break the 2 hour, then the 3 hour, the 4 hour, and so forth. Oh, it's well above the 2 hour, looking nice. So yeah, I'm in this trade, and I'm stacking. I may even stack a little more today and take this puppy up to about 262. Just a swing trade, just to make some gains. Double up and move on. Shout out to Desert Gardens Homestead. God bless you. Yeah. How can you be depressed when you have 1,700 beautiful people loving you in the chat? I am never depressed. Who said I was depressed? Oh, no. No, I've never been more excited in my life. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Wow, what a guy for telling us the trade you're in so it can pump higher. So many haters come out the woodwork, man. It's so crazy. Anyway, but hey, that's the trade that I am in. Okay. Hey, it could dump in my face. I've said trades I'm in and they've dumped in my face, brother. It doesn't work like that. I know you think it does, but no, that has a pretty big market cap. So it doesn't work like that. If it was a tiny little peeny coin, maybe, but I also don't do that. I know better. So a lot of responsibility being me. You have no idea. That's why God gave me this position that I'm in. I truly believe that. Because a lot of people would abuse the heck out of what I have, and I don't. I look the people in the face all the time. I fly around the world and I meet people. Other people don't realize, they don't think they're going to meet the people, like, you know what I mean? Their community is real. They're real people, man. Look at this, 112.5 holding strong. This is crazy. It's the 12 hour, the daily decides it's going to rip. It's going to rip. It doesn't matter what time frames are going to get absolutely just flushed. But what happens is you got to find a flag somewhere, and the flags are at least on the smaller time frames. So I'm still, the old me now, because, the regular market, this could be just an extended pump out of nowhere. So it's a very, very crazy rally here. But then you just have to say, okay, like, are you going to do it again? Because you just might. Possible shoulder, head, right shoulder, possible resistance there. But I mean, look at the curve on the stochastics. For those who missed the move, can we give 2 memberships to the 99? Keep the change, Sammy. Trade with size. Give with size. God bless you. Thank you for the 399. God bless you. Thank you so much. He literally explained why he was trading the coin. Haters are deaf when it comes to the logic. People need to chill out. Sam is live trading. You guys, I don't even know. Don't worry, brother. Focus on the love, man. Yeah, just focus on the love, brother. We come to this resistance here at 112,857. That's the key level that we're looking for. You break through that, I mean, you could rip to 115.8. You really could. Right now, you could see 115.8. I know you don't believe me. I know you think it's insane. There is some, a little bit of bearish div as that swung down while this swung up, see? But we're in a very high state of pumpage here, so. Now, there's a lifer for you. Givers gain all day, baby, all day. Thank you, Kevin. This will come back to you tenfold, yeah? It isn't priceless because I responded as soon as he said. I just want to join so bad. So can you feed my fam? Then you can right now. Shout out to that one guy, ATL, U.S. Air Force. You're in, brother. Email us, and we'll put you in the trading group for a month. All right? A cost of 99 beans. Yes, thank you so much. Very nice of you. The Steel Shop listening always. God bless you all. Cryptoholic Love, we love you, man. Thank you. We get above this key level here, 112,962. We pump. Me, it's looking like, my system says we gotta like, things have to chill out a little bit. But gold that hit the highs, man. Bro, I need the membership down over 6 figures at the stage in the cycle. All right. You need help? Underground crypto gun. Under the oh man, I don't know. Your name already sounds like you might start a fight in the group. A new name. Sam, you're a good dude. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Crypto Bully 777s. You want in, you're in. All right. Email us with this email from this channel. All right. Crypto Bully 777. Gavin. But wow, you look aggressive, man. You're not going to be aggressive in the group, right? Are you from Pittsburgh and do you have a bulldog and do you have tattoos? And do you have like 200 grand worth of gold on you? Then what do you need the group for, man? You look rich as heck, you know? But make the best of it, please. You know, if you add any rambunctiousness, sometimes I have people for free and it turns out not being the best look. I have to be honest. I've kicked out like only 4 to 5 people, like, you know, from breaking the rules or whatever. And the people are usually a couple of the people were free people. It's interesting, right? Because they didn't pay. They don't respect what they're doing, what they got, right? So anyway, I don't think you two are that way. It seems like you're very grateful people. So thank you. Look, Bitcoin just continues to creep up. This could be a master liquidation. One of the biggest ever. Just boom, 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 boom. And yes, I sit and think of that trade that I had and think, oh, wow. Yes, it's crossed my mind. And I have to keep telling myself, no worries. I was in a huge trade at the beginning of the stream, everybody. I sold it pretty early at like 109.7. And you can just see where we're at now, right? We're basically at 113,000. Every $1,000 is making me about 4K the way it worked out. And yes, and now we're up almost 4,000 more. You times that by 4, that's 16,000. And I was up 4. So yeah, we're talking almost a $20,000 trade if I got it to 13.5, which is crazy, right? But I don't trade with size much on leverage, like more than 100 to 200,000, which to me is pretty good size. But you know, for what I was doing, I'm not accustomed to it. And lately, Bitcoin's been kind of going right back down, and we were away from a 21. So my mind said, hey, do what you're going to do. You know, trade like a bot and take the profit. And that's what I did. I'd love us to get to 115. My bot will get out, though, at 115.8. If this can continue in a flag-like setting, which it looks like it may, I don't know. I got some bear div here. RSI is swinging down. Price is swinging up. But bearish divergence can be defied in times of extreme bullishness. That's the thing. You got to understand when and where it's strong and when it's weak. That's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio, but it's high risk, high reward at this point. I don't chase pumps after they've pumped this hard. But the thing is, that's kind of, I've also made gains on stuff like this. Let's take a look at it. Let's have some fun. Let's see the 1 minute for a second here. It looks like this might just short squeeze again. It should dump in our face. Like the probability is this is a wrap. You're away from the 21 on multiple big time frames. You continue to pump. This is an extreme anomaly compared to, you know, you take this trade 100 times. It only does this like 2 or 3 out of them. Like pumps again here, you see? Have to know that if you're going to trade this. And trade it with, you know, I'm going to trade on weeks here. Shout out to 116, 186 would be the target. Stop would be at 112, 106. I mean, you make, if I want the whole chenille, I can make 24 racks, right? For 4,000. Or at 6,000 for about 3,200. 600 for 32. Very risky to pull the trigger at these highs. Very risky. But it is like, it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing, right? But eventually they're going to get whoever's late and they're going to go wreck them. And they're going to eat them alive. And that's just kind of how it happens. So I like to be a winner and stay a winner. It'll sit with me today. I'll say, dang, man, next time I got to learn to let that thing run somehow. Or maybe do like a trailing take profit. Because that thing was a winner, man. It actually could be like a winner for the next few days. I mean, you can't make big money if you can't hold the trade for more than 3 to 4 days, too. That's like, you got to learn how to do that. Looks like it's going to pump, man. I went small because to me, it's a very high risk trade. Likely to lose. This trade's likely to lose. Like, the odds are against me here on the trade. All right. There it goes, though. Starting to make a move out to the upside. Sustainability. And everyone hit the like button, subscribe. Tell your friends and family this is a live trading stream. We go over so many different things. We talk about crypto. We go over the altcoins, Bitcoin. We're going to look at the total market cap in a second and Bitcoin. We have so much more to cover, and we only have a half an hour left, so the stream is going to get packed and filled with more information. If you'd like to jump in, we have BTCC. We trade there all day long. We trade weeks, MEXC, KKEX. All right. Jump on in today to find out more. And BitTinex. I love to scalp on BitTinex. Small time frame. BitTinex is amazing. It really is an amazing scalping tool. Bitcoin, baby. And it now is at 113,000. Unbelievable. It's pumping out the flag. It's crazy. Made an extra 76 bucks. I mean, this is nuts, though. I'd move my stop pretty dang close to break even as soon as I can. This thing could crash at any moment, right? Yeah, to me, very unsustainable. Like, that should be the top. The fact that it didn't top out here and there is a bit odd. Like, there's some big money behind this move. The shorts are getting absolutely plastered. Yeah, look at that. 8 beans. What's the risk now? Like 150 bucks. Remember, I made 4 grand, so whatever's 200-300 bucks. But I respect every dollar. You don't want to stop respecting money. When you don't respect money, that's when you lose it. I respect every single dollar. I push for every single trade. I'm focused. MEXC banging on them to the upside. Here we go. 113. It's crazy that trade would still be open, right? Yeah. I moved the stop to break even immediately on that pump. But this is getting out of control. Like, the shorts are getting up. They decided that it's your short season, man. Like, you're getting wrecked if you went short. Oh my God. That's why I always tell people, man, don't short BTC. I consider it still in a big bull run, man. Like, this isn't done yet. People think the run's over. People got bearish this week. I don't get too bullish. I don't get too bearish. I'm playing chess against a chess player. I just stay open-minded. I see what I can get out of the trade. I'll take mines each time we go. I don't care. I'll sell early every single day. Today is a win, right? We'll see what happened tomorrow. I'm not going to remember that I missed a $2,000. Whatever. It's, Today hurt a little bit, I have to be honest. Today was like... That could be the top there. 2 tweezer top wicks on a failed wick. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. You saw that move? It was like, tried to snatch me out. This is my stop right here. I'm moving it around. It gives people anxiety. Oh, no, no. I want this to be the top. I don't want this to continue to pump. It doesn't make sense. This should kind of slow down at one point and at least start to consolidate. The 15 and the 1 are extended. They're so extended from the 21-day moving average. From how I backtested it, they're the farthest they can be. Again, even making $100, some people can't do that off $1,000, right? Making a quick 10%. And there, they're going to grab me there. Bing. Come on. Yeah. And that's how you make a little bit of money and don't get crazy. If you chase the end of... A lot of people are going to chase this last candle and win and lose a bunch of money on it. Sad. Even though today was the greatest green day, they'll chase this day. They'll chase the end and then lose tons of money. I've done it in my past as a beginner trader, so I know what happens. You get so involved in wanting to win because everyone else is winning, and you see all these posts that it gets to you emotionally. You can't handle it, and you have to. Your emotions force you into a trade that you basically know you shouldn't be making, but you do it anyway, and then you wreck yourself. And then you look at everyone that made gains that day, and you have losses, and it sucks. You know, you'd rather be me, right? That's just sold early, and at least I walked away with 4 racks, than be the guy that made no money. So. How about this call? That played out very nicely. This call in the group that I gave just took a long-term swing. I mean, perfect timing. Unbelievable timing. Seriously. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Face, man, ripping it. And this could continue to flag out now. All I do, this is what I do now. When price action gets crazy, I become a bot. I don't think logically anymore because none of this is logical. Like the probabilities that I've back tested, like it's not logical. This should not continue to pump, but it might. It just well might. You know, and how it'll do it, it will make a flag and stay above the 21. If it keeps staying above the 21-day moving average, it will not dump. It's going to have to leave the 21. We got to see this nice bearish div continue to, we need a dump here. 113,000 looks like the top of the day, but we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. Let's take a look at total market cap while we're waiting. Then I'll jump into the other super chats that are sitting there and we'll look at it all. So remember the last time we looked at total, we said, you know, it doesn't look too bad. We said there's a previous resistance here and there. And I said, it looks like we could hold these two, you know, and then get a bounce. And I said, look for us to consolidate. I said, the only thing up and down, it might, you know, we might not break out until like January or something. Like if this looks like it's not, you know, which tells us we may be in for some type of bigger type of cycle. The way they're printing money, the way, like the whole landscape of the financial outlook is different than it ever was. And there's so many different parameters that are different than they used to be, right? The dollar, weaker than it's ever been, more prevalent, right? The dollar never had a competitor like Bitcoin. I wouldn't even say competitor, but you know what I'm saying? I guess it has to be, but something that an alternative. And now you have an alternative. Soon, it's not going to be right to price things in dollars because dollars are going to be so whimsical. It's like, well, it was that yesterday. It's going to be, you know, they're saying we need a sustainable. It's not sustainable because yesterday the house was worth 1.5. Today it's worth 1.7. It's only been a year. Like, how did it change into it? Because they're changing the value of the dollar so fast. So they're going to want to stabilize Bitcoin at one point at $5 million a coin. And then at that point, they're going to price everything in Satoshi. Your house is going to be worth 0.000 BTC. Isn't that amazing? You know, there's going to be a point where the world currency changes over from the dollar to Bitcoin. And everything's going to be priced in Satoshis. And then there's going to be alternative currencies that you can swing into and probably trade with. And there's going to be like real estate tokens. So you're going to go into the real estate token stable coin from your Bitcoin and then make the transaction. There's going to be so many different ways that you can just move your wealth into position. And the thing about Bitcoin is all the money that is sitting in gold has been in gold for so long. That money is going to slowly trickle into Bitcoin as we looked at today and as everybody knows. And why? Because the reason why people buy gold is so they can keep a portion of their wealth safe. And they know it's not going to make tons of money. They know there's a lower risk, a lower reward. So they know there's lower risk. So they hold gold. Like you bought gold when I did about 20 years ago when I was like 26, 27, even less, 17 years. All right, it's 4x, right? I bought it around 960. So it's about 4x. It's, you know, a little over 4x, 4.5x, right? It took 20 years. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst, but I didn't lose money, right? I have way more money than I had before for the gold that I stacked. I can go back, you know, people now, but the thing is to get anything out of my gold, I'm going to have to do a bunch of stuff for that. I'm going to have to go sell it, right? I'm going to have to find a broker. It's probably going to be a fee. You know, when you sell gold, you usually sell it cheaper than the premium. When you buy it over the premium. So this is how it works. The gold trade has to do that to get some type of incentive to be a part of it. So with that being said, we know that Bitcoin is the same thing as gold. You can store it in a vault, or you can store it, you know, with a key in a vault and all that. You can have a dual key with a dual vault system and all this other stuff. With that being said, the point here is you can now get into real estate quicker. You can, if you do want to liquidate the gold, like if gold hits a crazy high like it just did, you could optimize it now. Gold used to be a fixed asset that no one could move. Now you can move gold because Bitcoin is gold, man. You see? Bitcoin is really just translated gold. People don't realize that. They're almost the same asset. I know I mean, people say, oh my God, no, they're not. But in my mind, they do the same. They do a similar thing. Bitcoin does it better, obviously, because it made me way more money than gold did in 4 years. Okay. But that's, you know, that's what you want to pay attention to. And we'll look at the PAXG BTC chart, and that'll tell us something today if we've topped out and, you know, but total looks like we may have bottomed out. That may have been the last shakeout before just a nice, easy sideways path there. Eventually it's going to be not easy, but it's going to be less stressful. It's going to be an up only type of thing. Almost 90% of my stuff is going to trade nice. It's going to play out. It's going to be insane, but it's going to take time. Look at GIGGLE just continuing to do damage. I see GIGGLE ripping, man. I've been watching GIGGLE for weeks now. And when Bitcoin dipped, it did not dip. And it made a bit of, look, it's a cup and handle, Adam and Eve. It's looking nice. GIGGLE, baby, GIGGLE. Don't giggle with me. Don't giggle at me, giggle with me. You know what I mean? All right. Sorry, it's so corny. BTC. I would just continue. You never know. I just continue observing. By being obsessive with the chart and molding and meshing, I find my way. Right? Doesn't mean I'm always right. Sometimes I brainstorm, but my mind is always working. I am never flat. You know what I mean? I'm always like, oh, well, it could do this, it could do that. Maybe it's, you know, and I'm experimenting with the mind. I've seen so many different things in my life that have played out that you wouldn't believe, that I have to constantly stay open-minded now. If you've been in the market as long as me, then every time you thought you had it, you knew you didn't. So it's better off to say you never had it at all and to just go with what the market shows you every day, you see? You get better off at realizing that you just, you know, like they're just not stopping this rally. Like this rally is nuts. I don't know what's happening here, but this is getting a bit crazy. This may continue to rip. I don't know. They're doing a good job. They want to pull in a bunch of late longs now and flatten them. But there may just be so much money coming in that it can't stop. Remember, there's a scarcity for Bitcoin. Look at price action. There's a scarcity for Bitcoin too. You know, people are going to start FOMOing that there's just not enough. I should have bought more. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? That whole story. And you're going to hear that a lot in the next 10 years. A lot of people are going to be like, dang, how come it was in front of everybody. It was a screaming opportunity. I knew to take it. We'll see where it goes. It's still a speculative. I'm still a speculative investor at the end of the day, and I have to tell myself that I'm speculating on the future, on where we're going, on all this. BOOKMAP said we were going up. It had a mob of liquidity above us. I posted it to the group too, and we could see that we were likely going to head up because of BOOKMAP. You know, when I post this to the group and you see all this red above you, I mean, it says you're going up into the $113,000 level. You're going to blast through 112.5. 113.5 is right there, the dark red. We're right there. Wow, this is crazy. The demand for Bitcoin is getting crazy. You can feel it. And I put out a whole post on Twitter about the strength of 110. I mean, you can see how that's coming true to fruition. Imagine being short. Why would you be short? If you had my system and you understood how to trade, you would never short when the daily was above the 200 moving average. You would know better. You've got to understand how to use the 200. Like, I'm talking to everybody out there, seriously. I'm talking to everyone out there. I don't want to mention someone, but there's one person out there that you all know who was in it. He should come and listen to the class, seriously. These people get so pompous. Come to the class, man. It's time. If you get wrecked in this next rally, and Bitcoin was well above the 200 on the daily, and you didn't understand a simple concept that I can backtest for you and show you on every asset in the world. It happens on every asset in the world, from Forex to Walmart to any, it happens everywhere. Okay? I'm here to show you the way, not to be rude. I'm sorry if sometimes it comes across that way because I know a lot about the trades, but like, just Just listen and focus. Forget about me. Let the trades come to you. Let the TA come to you. Learn, 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 learn. Fall in love with learning. Fall in love with building. Fall in love with just continuously adding to what you've already learned. Finding out more. Know that what you know now is nothing compared to what you'll know in 10 years. So get excited. And what you know now will be nothing compared to what you know in 20 years. So get even more excited. Your mind is an infinite space of movement. You can always build on your brain. God gave you an infinite space to play inside of. You can draw, you can play, you can learn. Man, your mind is amazing. You're all so blessed right here, to be alive, to be here every single day. Every one of us is blessed right now. Look how many gains that we produce on this channel. Look how many times we hit. We are all blessed. Shout out to everybody here. We're watching to see if this 1 minute candle will continue to the upside here. If you missed the call, there may be another little wiggle out here of some liquidity. We possibly could pump to 116. I've got the trade set up in case I want to take it. $2,000 for $8,000. I don't know if I'm going to go that hard because I already made for it, but if you're watching, I did sell the trade a little early. Could have wrote it out even harder. I got to learn how to trade with size. I'm learning though. This looks like it's about to take off. I mean, look at BOOKMAP. 114, 115 loading. And they're loading quickly. Before you know it, Bitcoin will be back at 120 and everyone's going to be like, huh? Huh? I stayed bullish no matter what. Shout out to the chat revenue. Shout out to the 450. God bless you all. Thank you so much for the 450. And please subscribe to the channel, everybody. We need as many people to subscribe to the channel as possible. We hit 100,000 subscribers. We're continuing to go at 102,000 now, ripping. And we're on our way to 250,000, but we can't get there without you. I can't hit the like button. Only you can. This thing is starting to rip. It looks like it's going to take off again. Oh my God. So on the 21 and a flag. I got to look at the bigger time frames for a second. Like, that's one of the biggest candles in the 4 hour ever. Looks like it doesn't want to stop. It's a Sammy cup and handy to the upside. We got him right there. Sold way too, oh my God. I sold like right in here. Oh my God. I was so excited the stream was starting. You know what it is too? I get stream FOMO. Sometimes right when I start the stream and I start doing my analysis, the market starts shifting. And I had so much money in the trade. I was like, watch $3,000 turn to $2,000 in 2 seconds, or turn to $1,000 in 2 seconds. There was a little bit of fear there. I had a little fear. I gave into the fear. I should have been strong, but I gave into the fear. Wow, this thing is plowing. The 4 hour is going to hit the 200 moving average. To me, that's where it's going now. And then we're going to settle. There's going to be a dump. There's going to be a massive dump. This does not end beautifully, but it gets us higher than we were before. That's the key. But yeah, you don't want to pump this far from a 21-day moving average on any time frame. On any time frame. Like this is, I don't see how this continues to, but I don't know, man. This could just, the 50-minute looks interesting. And look, I got soft feet there and it pumped again. That actual trade there would have stayed in the money. It's getting very hard for me to jump in at the top. That's why I'm either in at the right moment or I'm chasing, right? I earlier did jump in. Remember that? I did take that trade, but I was very wary of it. Like 2 for 6. Like, I don't need to risk a lot here. Small risk equals bigger wins over time. You know, people that risk big end up losing big too. Remember that. Whenever I see someone who wins 400x at the bottom, I wonder how many times they tried to do that and how much money they lost doing that. You know, they chuck 400 in there 5 times and one hit for $6,000. It looks cool, right? But everybody that's been trading as long as me knows I can read right between the lines when I see someone's trade. I can read right between it. You know, unless you're doing Master Friend 400x Lev the right way, which is there's a right way to trade 400x Lev. You can jump into our group to learn more with my man Master Friend. Hit the QR code to find out. All right. I thought I had a E. Is that it? Is that it? No. No, that's back. That's something else. I got it somewhere. There it is. Bam. Hit the QR code to sign up to Master Friends, Master Leverage Strategy, Leverage Mastery. It's amazing. If you don't know what you're doing with leverage, you got to learn more at least. At least learn more, all right? At least get that education. It's an extra $300. You do have to stay in the group to continue to get the constant learning, but the one-time class is there for, and then you'll stay under mentorship. You'll learn how to trade leverage in a different way, in a way you've never thought possible, okay? In a way I don't know if I'll ever do it that way, but his way is interesting, and so I think it's pretty cool. I did it a few times. It just doesn't fit my trading style, but you know, you'll find maybe you'll do it and you'll like mine. It depends. You'll find, but you'll be able to add something new to your game. And if anything, it'll teach you proper risk management, and it'll teach you how to stay straight when it comes to like where your risk is. Too many people have no idea where their risk is. Like, you got to know, you know, what's your number on what you got. Bitcoin should start to dump very hard at one point here. I should lose this trade immediately. The second we lose the 21, the trade would dip. If this continues to pump, it's very unrealistic to me. Like, why chase Sam? I know, it's a good point. Because you never know on a day like today. I might even stop, hunt me, and pump it. Like, you know, I'm just... That's why I'm... And I got to focus on the fact that I won big today and be so happy. That's the key. What's following BTC? Let's take a look here. In the last hour, we got Bitcoin up 3%. Ethereum. Oh, we got to look at ETH. We got Tether. We got BNB. XRP. XRP had a nice couple days, actually. 252. Solana, 196. Hugging that 200, coming for it. Hyperliquid Steel. Yeah, I'm so happy I sold that thing. That thing is so annoying to hold. And I am looking for... You know, I still haven't given up on the idea that ASTER is going to have that rip. I've always loved BNB. My first exchange ever was Binance. You have to understand, right? And I read that CZ had worked at McDonald's, and he became a billionaire. And I always researched multimillionaires, right? And so he was yet another person I researched, and I was fascinated by his story. A lot of people call him shady or whatever. I don't know. I think he's one of the coolest people in the game. I've always respected and liked him. And I don't care what people think of me for saying that. I just, you know, and I got into BNB at $1 when it was $1. I mean, now I see it at 1,000. It's just like I've watched that coin 1,000x. I've watched it 1,000x, right? So it made more money. If you went all in on BNB in 2017, you'd be up 1,000x right now. I'm just saying. And they burned it, and they did well, and they did right by anyone who held it. I mean, there's no rug pulls on BNB. You know, I'm just saying. Look, there's a bit of a double bottom here on ASTER. It may be bottoming at $1. Once it breaches this and does a retest, I'd be looking to enter some ASTER. And then I could see it boom to the target. The target for ASTER would send it all the way to 299, man, which would be pretty nice. A big move to the upside could be amazing, right? So only time will tell for ASTER. Shout out to all the longs. And it's ripping now, right? I think it is. Yeah, look at that. It's crazy. They don't want to stop this train today. This is one of the most unsustainable pumps I've seen in a long time. To me, it's got to end at one point, right? Definitely feels like a chase at this point. Be careful. Please do not chase. You're going to do whatever you want, though. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice, but please do not chase. If you go to Coin Vigilante, I do believe I have the link. If not, I'll dig it up in the trading group. But I love these watches. This is a Bitcoin watch. It has the Bitcoin symbol on it. Clear. It's an automatic watch. It feels great. It's nice to touch. It has a double clasp. It's black. I am wearing the Bitcoin watch on one hand with the Rolly on the other. It's whatever, but this thing is beautiful, man. And I like it. I actually think I have it on upside down, but it looks better for you almost, right? But there I have the Bitcoin B. And he has like 100,000 commemorative versions too. And, you know, I bought this when Bitcoin turned 100K. So, yeah, you know, he gave me the watch, if I remember correctly, at Coin Vigilante. I said, I'll talk about it and put a link out. He said, sure. And he swung me a Bitcoin watch, which is cool. It even comes with like another, a sport wristband. So if I wanted to flip it into sport, I could make it a sport watch, which is kind of nice. I don't have any sport bands, for going out golfing, whatever. Don't stress this trade if you're just jumping on in today. I feel like the move really already happened, but you never know the way Bitcoin's acting today. It could continue further higher. It very well may. I can't believe it. Look at the liquidity starting to build at 114,000 now. And so the shorts come out to play. And I gave a long to the trading group on the daily. That thing is up. And honestly, it should be a multi-day long. I should have listened to myself. Look at how the 15-minute just absolutely plowed out. The next big trade is going to be when the 15-minute, in my humble opinion, interacts with the 21-day moving average. I'm going to be very disciplined and wait until my next big trade to take that. But that's going to be my next one, right? I want to see this flag out. Like, it's got to stop pumping. It's too far from the 21. That's unsustainable. It's going to do one of two things: make a flag down or make a sideways flag. When it touches the 21, boom. I should be losing this trade very shortly. Yeah, there we go. And if it pumps, it pumps. Let it pump. I'm not going to chase anymore. I just can't. I don't chase. I have a strict rule. I stick to my schedule. I stick to my discipline. I got to do it. Right now, I wouldn't touch it until the 15-minute touches the 21, but it's bullish. And unbelievable what happened today with a massive, massive candle in the 4-hour time frame. And I hope you took the trade. Shout out to anyone in the group. If you just traded that on the daily right now, you're still in the money. You may be able to continue your ride. I'm up pretty big. It was my biggest size trade. I figured I had to take some profits, so I did. Would have made dang near 15K, 16K on the trade, maybe even dang near. I think it looks like I would have made almost 20,000 on the trade today. But hey, what are you going to do? If I sit and think about it anymore, it's a waste of my time. I got to move on. I do have to say, damn, I was very close to a very great execution. And may I come close again. Right? Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. Let me take a look at these super chats that are here. Thank you so much for the super chats. They're amazing. You didn't have to give all, but you did. Shout out to Streamers Trends. Shout out to Rocket Man. Shout out to Village Stream. It came down to scalp you. Don't worry. I don't stress. It might pump again. I'm not even looking at it. Yeah. I don't even look at it anymore. It's too far from the 21 for me. Thank you. Is it too late to go into Tau? I don't think so, but it's up to you. You got to ask yourself that question, not me. Celebrate a beautiful pump with the best crypto streamer. God bless you. Thank you. Zcash, we looked at that. Stas, I love you, man. Excuses are nails to build a house of failure. 100% they are. God bless Sam and all the lifers. God bless you. Thoughts on VELO? We looked at VELO. Looked horrible. Sam is the man of the year. So much gratitude. God bless you. Thank you. Yep. I hate Bybit again tonight. I will have Bybit again to buy it. You're so funny, man. Shout out to Kim Jong-un in the house. Would you enter Talong? I said I would, but it's up to you too. Yeah. International Street Fan. Before the biggest mega pump, you need the biggest dumps. God handle loading for Ethereum, then heavy liquidity to flow onto Wojak. Jeff, baby Wojak, all on Ethereum. You might be right, man. So he's getting himself ready for those memes. He likes to be extra risky. Could just trade Bitcoin or Ethereum. Dude, they're continuing to flag this thing out. The daily may just be on a ramp. So there has been a time in my life where the daily's on a rampage. And what it does is it pins all, like the other time frames just get to a place where they're just normally never been. Like uncomfortably overbought. And the daily just continues to mow down anyone in front of it. And that's what I'm looking at right now for the daily. It's just like, look, it's on a tear right now. And you can see that it's at a resistance right there where you think it would stop for the day, but it could definitely plow up to 115.5. It could definitely just say, you know what, I'm going to make a huge move up, and then you can dump down later. But I got to tell you, no matter how scrumptious it looks, the odds are very low this is going to pump now. Too far away on the 21. And I know I've said it 100 times over, and I'm going to continue to say it. Sound like a broken record. Shout out to all the super chats. We love you. We appreciate you. Every one of them was amazing. And thank you, Kevin Flanagan, for the $3.99. That's unbelievable. Didn't have to do. Look, we're so close to the bot getting out now. It is so close. Looks like it's going to get out later on today or tonight. And then all coins just An explosion for altcoins looks to be coming. If you stuck through these hard times with me, you are just destined. I mean, this is crazy, right? Anyone who stuck through these hard times, this has been one of the toughest times of my life to hang through. And we hung through, man. I'm so proud of everyone here on the stream. I'm so proud of all my lifers. Everybody that pushed through, everyone that's a part of the movement. I love y'all. This has been one of the hardest the bull markets I've ever been through. It's been fun. It's been exciting. It's been tough. It has not been easy. Yeah. Yeah, so I like to focus on one or two big swing trades every couple of days. Giggle is what I'm really focused on. Aster possibly double bottoming here. I like the whole BNB set. I have all the BNB memes here. AI Dog, Donkey, Giggle, Captain Bitcoin, or Captain BNB, PALU, which actually, PALU looks interesting, like a double bottom there. Nanians, Binanceans, right? Priceless. Pop. I don't own any of these except for Doge with Cape, right? One was hot. One actually went up pretty hot recently and then kind of has a higher low. CZ, Crep and YEPE just got hammered though. I don't know. I'd stay away from that right now. It might become one of the premier coins in the game. I don't know. I don't like, you know what I mean? It's super high risk. I have no idea. I don't like to talk about anyone else's project or coin. I just, mind my own business. Orhan is a bot. Probably. Let the conspiracy begin. Yeah. Gold coin on Jupedex is easy. Nothing is easy. Anyone that tells you it's easy, get away from them. I've advised for you $1 on 20 trillion. Because a war leader. Huh? How about Aleo? And dang, it's so easy to fast. I've been fasting for years. I can't believe it. Multi-cycle viewer, true impact on my life. You've been here through multiple cycles with me? Unbelievable, man. Shout out to Angry Goy. Who has been with me for over 4 years? Who's here been watching the channel? Put a 4 in the chat if you've been with me for over 4 years. Put a 4 in the chat if you've been kicking it with the lifer for a long time. I want to know how many of my peoples I got with me right now. Aster wants to... It all does. Today's a beautiful day. Let Bitcoin go sideways. Let Bitcoin calm down. And these altcoins can start to rip again. We just need Bitcoin to kind of calm down a little bit here on the 15-minute time frame, please. Look at all these people been here for a long time. Man, God bless you all. Thank you all so much for an amazing channel. We're pushing 1,800 people on the stream today. Like a beautiful, 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 beautiful viewership. Awesome comments. Crypto Billy in the house. Craw Billy's in the house. We got 2 Billies. 3 Much Crypto. I remember you from day one. We got Motzi. We got Cars to Crypto. Oh, yeah. We got Martin Dupuis. Howard J. Burke. Motion 305. G Gain. Dylan Bronson from day one, bro. Michael P. Julian. Wow. Dark Energy. Zaya Afab, Zia Talks, yeah? Underground Crypto, Pedro Ramos, Parker Ainge, Servando Estrada, my man, Jamal Antonio. Thanks for always being an inspiration. Sam, you have no idea what it does for some of us. God bless you, man. You have no idea what it does for me, man. I got to inspire myself every day. I have no idea how I've done this and showed up every day. Let's get to 1,000 likes, everyone. We have 708. We get to 1,000 likes. Let's do it. Putting people in the trading group as well. Today was a blessed day. Top of the morning to you, Sammy. Can you look at Gala? We'll look at that. Hey, Slancha, my buddy. Slancha. Hey. Wow, Bitcoin looks like it may not stop, folks. I don't know what's happening here. I can't explain it. The 1 minute may continue to pump here. It's so high risk, high reward at this point. It has to be worth it to you to chase. But it looks like it may want to go to 116 today. And my bot will get out. The bot will sell for massive gains. It'll be one of the biggest trades the bot ever made. Jimmy's boy, that's how. Tough love. Amen. I miss you, Billy, man. We got to hang, man. Lately, I've been just like, I got to hang with Billy, bro. I wish I lived near you. I'd ride my dirt bike through the woods to your house. You know what I mean? Dude, this makes me want to long again. The chase. It just looks so pretty. I can't believe they put it in the ascending triangle yet again. Again. It hasn't lost the 200, like not too hard. Slightly. We go to 116, 254. I have the capital to lose. You know. 112, 657. Imagine still being in this trade from the first time. It'd be like, oof. 890 for 3,500. Take another $3,000 on a day. Oh, I was in such a good position earlier. It's getting to me a little bit because then you go to trade again. You're like, I wouldn't even have to trade again. I'd still be in the trade right now. Just moving the stop to like right here and seeing where it goes. There was a chance I didn't get taken out there. It was a chance, man. It was close. My bot got out already. Yeah. I found you on ATB. Shout out to Ryan Woodward. People that follow me on ATB, that's like, I meet a lot of people, man. If that show kept going, I would have gotten even bigger. I was getting big. That show made me, basically got me famous. That's why I always thank Ben for everything, even though whatever happened. You know. You mentioned the Minotaur trading bot is expensive. It's expensive. Yeah, it's over 10K. You know, it can be. Always go with your gut. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I don't go with my gut. My gut's just whatever. It's probability. I have logic in my mind that I can go through all the times that this has happened and I can say, what are the good odds? And I say, well, the odds aren't the best, but there's a chance. So it's up to you, Sam. You know, so my brain says take it, but take it with not a lot of risk. 300, you know. Big sell orders every 100 until 14.5, so probably goes at least to around there. I'm curious if it goes to continue to pump through lunchtime. It definitely, right now, it says yes. Unless this breaks down, unless you see this break down and really close below 112.5, this has potential to continue to pump, for sure. There's just no reason why it can't. There's no reason why this thing can't continue to pump. No reason at all. Right? Yeah, God bless him, man. God bless him, man. He's still, you know, hey, as long as he stays true to himself, he can make it back, and he's already made it back. You want this thing to roll over, man. It's supposed to roll over. But today's got that twinkle in its eye, and you just never know. Shout out to my lunchtime crowd coming on in. 1,700 people here on the stream. Let's get the likes up to 1,000 people, man. What's wrong with getting the likes up to the watchers? We have had over thousands of people in and out. We've maintained 1,700, but like 200 came in, 300 came out. You know what I mean? But we maintained 1,700 people the whole time. You know, the algorithm's been pumping. People have been clicking on the link. So I don't understand why you don't go to 1,000. Right? I don't get it. This is my voice. It's how I talk. If you meet me, I'm putting on a little bit of an announcership, but at the same time, this is my voice. If you meet me, I say, hi, my name's Sam. I talk just like this. It's not that different. Yep, I got Celtic salt in the water, and we good, man. And Underground Crypto is taking this 3-day fast with me. How spiritual do you feel, man? How close to God do you feel when you pass? When I fast, I feel like I'm one with God, man. It's so different, like what food does. Changes your thought process, too. Can't believe it, right? I'm far more disciplined almost with no food. Food's changing your hormones, your ups and downs. Again, I'm not making this long. I want to make this clear. It looks like I'm about to take a long. I mean, you know. And I'm going to yield back to this idea. We got to come back down to the 5-minute, the 7-minute, the 15-minute 21. That's just unsustainable. But it looks great. We got above a resistance. So look for us to touch the 21 above 11.5. And that's going to tell us we're continuing to go up to 15, 16, and 17, 118,000. So we did great, everybody. I called the bottom yet again. Last night, I missed the short. They got us. I was long, but they didn't get us too bad, and I was able to maintain and get back up. And we nailed it today when I woke up in the trading group. We got the scalp, and then we got the big win to the upside. So shout out to everyone that kicked it with me. I made $3,700 and $380 on the other one. I mean, it's awesome. $4,080 on the day, right? I'm intermittent fasting with you. It's how I start. Keep pushing. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. 3-day water fast, man. I know I can do it. I want to look younger than everyone around me. I want to feel more vibrant. And I know most people, of the millions and billions of people on this earth, they don't even, some people don't know about fasting. Others don't know about it, but have never implemented it. I've implemented it many times. I know what it does to me. I know how I feel after it. I feel amazing. Look, I haven't eaten since Sunday night, everyone. It's Tuesday at 12 o'clock. I haven't eaten a thing of food. I've drinking 2 jars of water with salt in it. That's what I've done, man. Your body got water in it. Your body's got food in it, man. They've been lying to you. You don't need to eat so much. Hope you remember me. Shout out to Colin's work. Of course I remember you, brother. From back in the day, you also sent me the wooden toys. I'll always remember you, man. You're one of my buddies, man. I love you. Please check out Sai. What do you think it'll go? Love you and your kids. Don't forget to send them to jiu-jitsu. Okay, yeah. I won't forget. Thank you for telling me, man. But I didn't forget, but now I remembered. Yeah, they'll be able to flip dudes around. My little girls won't play around. Let's look at SEI. I haven't looked at it in a long time. It's a long-term hold of mine. So what they did is they just dumped this thing to the downside, right? They took it to 7 cents. Unbelievable. They got perfect entries. And then they all bought it up to the... It's like weird, right? I mean, I see it just breaking out of this falling wedge eventually with the whole market. I'm more bullish than bearish on the overall thesis of where we're going in the next few months. But I take it every day with the charts, right? I see this as the double bottom. You start to break out here. Probably a perfect price. Again, I own big bags of this, so I personally don't want to see it dump anymore. But it is at the lowest point I've seen it. You know, you're able to scoop it back up at 20 cents. Unbelievable. And we want to see it 5x to $1, which I believe it can. Make us some gains, right? Someone said, rookie fast or try no water. Yeah, I fast with no water. I did Ramadan. I did 30 days, no water, no food for 16 hours a day. Yeah. I'm fasting for 3 days straight. If I didn't drink water at all, I think that would be kind of I don't know if that would be a good idea. Because I need some electrolytes to stay, you know. Yeah. It says rookie, no fast, try no water. I mean, I barely drank water yesterday. I drank 2 cups. 1 in the morning and 1 at night. So I technically went all day without drinking water. Been intermittent fasting and doing HIIT workouts since June 1st. I'm 57, but everyone thinks I'm way younger and get complimented and asked by strangers how I'm staying so fit and young. I like that. I like to hear that. 47 years young. Tell me about Bitcoin. No, I'm talking about me now. Too bad. Very funny. Pay no attention for life or to him. Yeah, funny. 30-day fast is good. 3-day once a month. And 1 day once a week. You're doing a really good job then. I like to eat, man. Ivermectin for parasites. I love it. 76 is the monthly swing low and the all-time high is the swing high. Giving you the range at the POC at 109 value area. I guess. I don't know. You sound like a brokey, bro. I'm smart to drink water while fasting. Whenever I see someone like try to explain it, I'm like, come on, man. Like, I just went over it all, like from the weekly down to the 1 minute. Sam, always remember when people hate on you for talking about Jesus, that he said, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. Thank you, man. I love you. What? There's always someone to come at you when you talk about God and Jesus. You know, I was fully into privacy coins those days. Made a lot of money from Zcash. I know. Remember Zcash? Yeah. I did my first 72-hour water fast, and I feel like a new person after that. I'm excited, man. Yeah. Check out the Circle new Fed deal with Chainlink. Super bullish news. TA on Clash. Clash is just... I'd be careful with anything that man puts his hands on, you know. But it did bounce off the 786, and it's getting tight. Look for it to make a flag here and possibly continue. It is one higher low, and if the market rips, this could rip back up. All right. It did bounce off a 786. It's following the fibs. But again, it is what it is. I don't know if I can drink coconut water. It has it has calories in it. I don't think you can drink coconut water while you're water fasting. I don't want to. I don't want any caloric intake. I want to get into the ketone state. I want to start doing things. I want my body to really start to rev up. Yeah. And everyone, if you can subscribe to I'll put it out, but I put a link out Where's that puppy? I'll check out it later. So, wow, man, this thing's not stopping. Come on, Bitcoin. What are you doing, man? It's just so weird. So strange. The 1 hour this far away from the 21, and it looks like we're going to continue to go. I've been here before, and I have chased these before and lost many of them. Because I know there's that day that it just doesn't stop. There's always that one day out of 10 or 20 where it does something you never thought possible. And it goes to places you just never thought it could. That's Bitcoin, man. Just like it could make a massive dump, it could make a massive pump here. Thoughts on Advantis? We'll take a look at Advantis. Thank you. God bless you. I don't know, man. It's getting close again. It's making me want to chase. It's giving me FOMO. It really is. Who would have thought today would have ended up the way it did? I can't tell. I got to tell my wife. I'm like, I made 4, but I should have made 16. She's going to be like, You know how it is. So look, I mean, we got the move down now. She's my sweetie. She's like, oh baby, let me hold you and, over here, 8/8. Unmentionable. Just use your imagination. Bouncing off the 886 there, beautiful, right? And then back to this key area 130. I mean, it beat to the ground though, right? They beat it to the ground. But hey, 666 6666 could be the answer. It did bounce off the 886. To me, it's like you'd have to believe in the project, or I have to see it get back above some key levels. It did break above the 30-minute 200 moving average, and it just bounced off the 1 hour on a flag, which is bullish compared to the for the market. Has a measured move up to about 90. I always thought Advantis was going to be hot, but remember, we got in early, and then it did that insane rippage. I was able to take that rip and then move on. Advantis. That was an awesome weekend when Advantis ripped, and so did Arrow. It's like I had dibs on both those things. Remember, if you did trading group, I gave you Advantis early. We gave you ASTER early. I gave you COAI. Here's a COAI chart that we gave you guys, right? Where is it here? Look, I gave you the COAI chart when it was at $3.50. The thing went to $20. It never hit that stop loss. Like, we gave you so many meme and coin calls in the last few weeks that have been out of control. Like, Bitcoin seems like it's not done yet. I don't know what's happening, but it's out of control. Eventually, there's going to be a spike up, and they're going to probably wick it down. But it doesn't look like it's over. This thing's going to continue to pump. I'm going to hold my hand. I'm like, dang, I could have stayed in that trade forever. Forever, man. Forever, forever, ever. For never, ever seems too long until you're grown. Wow. I want to leave, and I can't. Look at this, 113,005 for BTC. Oh, my gosh. Yep. Yeah, damn, I would have been up like 16K. My man's up 33K. Dang, I wasn't that far from the tops. Ooh. That puppy kept going, though. Damn, I would not chase this, even though it looks chaseable. I just can't. It's against me. I'm going to take a break here and relax my mind, get ready for the next afternoon and see what's happening. We don't need the whole thing. We just need the Lions portion. And guess who's eating? We are, man. You're right. Thank you for telling me that. I'm going to move on for the day. I'm not going to chase. You just said that at the right time, Master Friend. It's so crazy. Lifers are eating. We are, man. Shout out to everyone in my trading group. We're taking gains. If you want to be a part of a trading group that actually wins, man, hang out with people that like to make gains. We got gainitis. God bless you all. I love you, Master Friend, more than you would ever know, man. I want to call you, man. Today, you got to be free. Sam, you killed it today. Thank you so much. That was crazy today. I know. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to jump on out of here. We hit all the super chats. We nailed it. The stream boomed to the upside. So many people here. So much awesome sauce. So many things to talk about. So much opportunity. I can't believe what just happened. I'm going to sit here and think with my thoughts. I still can't get over the stream sometimes. Just boggles my mind. Like I sit there, I'm like, what happened on stream in my living room in my home? Like all this action happens in my living room in my home. Like I just find it fascinating. I love you all. God bless you all. Master Friend, I'm calling you. We're having a talk, man. I miss you, buddy. Everyone, thank you so much. I'll see you all later. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. One day I just opened up the camera. I pressed record. And I started streaming. And here we all are now, 2,000 people streaming more and pumping to the upside, one of the biggest trading channels in the game. And they say whatever they want about the lifer, this and that and that and this. But we're the most entertaining, most fun, most positive. You know, we're pushing it every day. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Cherish your time. Stay in the present. Believe in yourself. And remember, you're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. And success is something you attract by becoming the person you desire to become. Keep pushing every day. Make the right decisions. I'll see you on the flip side. God bless you all. The secret to success. You know what it is. I studied all these beautiful people around the world that were successful, and I found out the secret to success. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you. Shh, lean in. It's getting started.